Garza here for the Naval History and Heritage Command, and today we are again going to be cooking with history using a recipe out of the 1945 edition of the Cookbook of the United States Navy for donuts, hand-cut. Now, donuts themselves were actually fairly popular with sailors, and really a lot of the different branches dating back all the way to World War I, where you have donuts being made just behind the front lines by donut dollies. Well, that translates over into World War II, especially aboard ships where they have the facilities to make these donuts, and it was one of the desserts and also breakfast meals that sailors really looked forward to. I mean, who really doesn't like a good cup of coffee with a donut? So, today we are going to be using one of the recipes. There are several donut recipes out of this cookbook, and we're going to be using the hand-cut recipe. Now, the portions themselves are two donuts per sailor, but the recipe calls for 100 portions. But we've scaled down the recipe for you. And we're going to go through the ingredients here and take a look at what they originally were, and also give you the scaled down version. So, looking at the recipe, we have flour. Originally, 9 pounds were needed. The scaled down recipe is 9 cups of flour. Baking powder, originally 1 1/8 cups. We're using 1/4 cup. Salt, originally 1 1/2 tablespoons. We're using 1 teaspoon. Nutmeg, originally 2 tablespoons. We'll be using 1 1/2 teaspoons. Shortening, originally 1 1/2 cups. We'll be using 6 tablespoons. Sugar, 1 3/8 quarts originally. We'll be using 1 1/4 cup. Milk, liquid, originally 2 1/8 quarts. We'll be using 2 1/4 cup. Eggs, whole, originally 1 1/8 quarts. We'll be using 4 eggs. And vanilla, 3 tablespoons. Originally, we'll be using 2 1/4 teaspoons. So, the dough itself is the flour, baking powder, salt, nutmeg, shortening, and sugar. What they want you to do is mix those ingredients first, and then you will, in a separate bowl, mix the milk, eggs, and vanilla together, and then add it to the rest of the mixture. So the makeup, roll dough in. Once everything's all mixed up, the makeup is roll dough to a thickness of approximately 1/4 inch. Cut out donuts with a 1 1/2 inch to 2 inch floured cutter. Allow to rest for approximately 20 minutes. Alright, once that is done, the frying. Fry in hot, deep fat at 380 degrees Fahrenheit to 390 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 1/2 minutes, being sure to get both sides. Now, we're going to break into this recipe. The other thing that the recipe says in different notes, instead of the nutmeg, you can add lemon zest to make it more of like a lemon donut. And it also has different glazes that you can put on it. Personally, I'm a big fan of cinnamon sugar, so that's what I'm going to be kind of rolling the donuts in. So we'll get back to you when we're done cooking and see how they turn out. All right, so here are our donuts. I didn't have a donut cutter, so they're more like large munchkins. But as you can see, I have my cinnamon sugar mixture right there, and we're going to try them out. These taste pretty good. If you want more information, please visit the website of the Naval History and Heritage Command, history.navy.mil, and we'll see you at our next cooking lesson.